Hello, TikTok. Life you found a spoon. We're about to do an oil change on our Gixxer. But today we have this Honda Rebel 250. This is a 1985, and this is the new project. So it currently does not run, and we're gonna get it running and get it ready to sell to the next person, essentially. And I got a friend who is interested in it. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna do a couple more shots of how dirty and nasty it is right now, but alright, here it is in the garage. Not a bad looking bike, just needs some love. And that's all the spare parts for it. Got some different bars, got the seats, airbox, all that stuff. Yeah, probably gonna get a good pressure washing first, get all the spider webs and cobwebs out, and then after that, we'll try and probably figure out brakes. Should be fun. So that's where we're at. So I got my first order of parts in for this thing, and to start, we've got oil change stuff and new clutch and brake levers. So the brake lever is the sight glass on it is cracked and the brake fluid is just leaking straight out. So we're not getting any compression in the master cylinder for the brakes. And the clutch lever, I still have to put on the CB500, but I've got a whole new clutch assembly that looks nicer, cleaner, and we're gonna just replace that whole thing. A couple other things coming in is tank sealer for the gas tank because it is a little rusty. It's not bad, but we're gonna seal it and make it perfect. And then we've got a new air filter coming in, so that's gonna replace that. And I'm trying to think what else I got. I'm holding off on any accessory stuff because I want to make sure that it's going to run and we're going to be good to go before I spend any money on like blinkers or mirrors or lights or any of that good stuff. But so far, the bike looks, I mean, after getting all the seats and stuff and all the spare parts that were just kind of dangling like off, the bike actually looks like it's in pretty great shape. Yeah, so we're going to get started on this probably this next week. We're waiting for the rest of the stuff to come in for it. And then we got something else to fix on L'Oreal's bike. So pretty excited about that. So these are the 5 things that I got in to start working on the Rebel. I got the tank sealer. So that's going to be kind of a couple-day project. Oil for oil change. Air filter, spark plugs, and brake and clutch lever. I do need to get some brake fluid. I do not have any on me actually. So I'm going to replace that, drain the fluid. And then when I get a chance, I'm going to run to the store and pick up a bottle of fluid. Out with the old filter and in with the new. And Chloe, Cage, if you guys are watching this, I found the old air filter. It was definitely still in the bike. Alright, air box cover is on. All sealed up. Thing next up will be spark plugs. These are the old spark plugs. I don't know if they had spark or not, if they were even bad. They look old and worn. But I'm just replacing them anyways. This is like 10 bucks for new spark plugs, and just being that I'm gonna crank this thing over for the first time in like 2 years or a year and a half or whatever, might as well just replace them. So, alright, so we're gonna go ahead and drain the oil next. Oil level looks good, and the oil actually doesn't look, focus. The oil doesn't look too bad, but I've already got oil, so we're gonna change it. It's been sitting. I don't feel bad about that. So. Oil is draining. Look up, see how much oil goes back in it. Alright, oil is officially changed. Did 1.6 quarts of oil. Really want to get the tank started, but I do not have time today, so I'm going to pull the tank off and just put it aside. I'm not going to get a chance to do any of the other stuff. I think tomorrow, in the process of replacing the brake lever, I'm gonna actually swap out the bars because I don't like those bars. I'm gonna do these bars in place of them, so kind of give it a little bit more of like a cruiser or chopper feel. All right, TikTok, day 4. It's a little dark in the shed. Sorry about that. I don't have electricity in here. Moved the bike into the shed because tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and tomorrow's gonna plan on working on it. But today I went to the store. And I got that's oil for the Gixxer. I got our brake fluid. So We're gonna start on draining the brakes today, and then tomorrow will be the continuation to this video. So I'm just filming this today because I'm gonna crack the brake on the front loose so we can get rid of the fluid in there, drain it out, and then tomorrow we're gonna swap bars and the clutch and the brake lever, and then I got the fuel tank off. We're gonna go ahead and swap that. All right, it is the next day, and we're back at it with the Rebel. Swapping bars today, so brake should be drained. Fluid is out of there. Sorry if it's kind of dark in here. I do not have electricity in my shed, and my light's not charged, so we're just gonna run with it. All right, so here we go. So first thing we're gonna do is pull off the levers and the mirrors. All right, bars are off. I went ahead and loosened the blinkers so that way they were easy to access. New bars are on, or replacement bars, and those feel pretty dang cool compared to what was sitting on there before. Like the other ones felt like you were kind of like riding like this. This feels like, kind of feel like a badass. This bike feels absolutely tiny though compared to me. Man. So I'm gonna install the new brake lever and the new clutch lever, and I've got to get the grip off of the other one and then onto this one. So, that'll be, that'll be next. Lever is on, good to go. Gonna have to do some adjustments once we're actually got the bike running, but it feels pretty good and it's activating down there. So, yep, there's, looks like so far. Going on with the brake lever next. All right, brake lever and a new master cylinder is on the bars set up. Now we're going to pop the cap on it, fill with fluid, and bleed it out real quick. Hopefully we can get some front brakes back. Officially got my helpers now for the Rebel. Yeah, brakes are done. Still really soft. You can feel they're compressing a little bit. I know there's a lot of air in the system because of the way that this is, but I'm going to get it down on its pegs and off of the stand so that I can actually get to it and bleed out the rest of the way, but I'm going to see how they work. Yeah, pretty naked now. And boom, bobbered. Ha. Alright, I think I'm going to start working on the fuel tank now. And the last thing we're doing today, we are doing the tank sealer, or at least we're starting it. We're going to do it, but it's got to cure, so it's going to, yeah. And so the last thing we're doing today is the tank sealer. So the tank sealer kit we are currently rinsing with soapy water. The tank is rusty. It is not awful, but it's bad enough where might as well just go ahead and seal it. Got a tank prep B, which is essentially acetone, is drained out, or draining out. Let it dry for a minute. Then we're going to do the fuel tank liner next. Alright, fuel tank liner is applied, and I'm just kind of rotating the tank. This is going to be the last thing I'm doing today, so I'm going to keep rotating it, and I'm going to let it cure. And then tomorrow what I'll do is I'll pull the plastic, and then I'll chip away any stuff that's in the way,